Everyone wants to find love, right? From childhood onward, Black women have seen high expectations of what it's supposed to look like. But most of the time, movies and family stories skipped past all the fun of dating. So let's talk about it. Black women, we're just like everyone else. We go on dates, even when the internet tries extremely hard to keep us inside. Online, Black women are considered the least desirable on dating apps. Studies say 62% of Black women are single, and TikTok stays freaking us out with videos like this.
Ladies, I need you guys to listen to this story if you were dating. This is urgent, this is serious, pay attention.
And while dating can have its ups and downs, it's especially interesting when you attend a predominantly white institution. So I talked to some Black women who attend PWIs across the United States and some recent grads to share their dating experiences. Tell me a dating story.
Not as crickets.
That's a funny story.
I was talking to this one guy, and I don't know if he definitely had a fetish for just Black and brown women, because he would just be like, he would talk about a lot how his ex-girlfriend was Sri Lankan, and I was like, I don't know what you're telling me that for. Any man that was not Black, it was like they're putting on this show or this fake persona, and I get sometimes it's out of just innocence or just not knowing, but it was also like, come on, like it's very ignorant to come across like that. That was a running, I guess, story.
Well, the last guy I was with, it was an Indian dude, and we had like matched and we're talking for a while, and then initially I didn't want to like do anything on the first meetup, but the first time we met, I went to his place and we ended up having sex, and I felt really bad about that. So after that I was like, okay, no, I have to take a break. I don't really like this, I'm not into this at all. So I just told him that I wasn't interested anymore, and that's where it ended. I'm telling you that one because that happened very recently, and I still feel really bad about this.
It was Black History Month actually last year, and some guy had like super liked me. And when someone super likes me, I just like them because I'm like I don't even look at the profile, I just like them because I'm like, okay, that's like the nice thing to do because you wasted a super like on me. And then I go after I finish typing, I go back and look at his profile, and it's a white guy, and I'm like, okay, so this is not gonna happen. But I'm looking through the profile, and all of his responses are fetish things about Black women, like what's one thing you can't live without, and it's Black queens with a Black emoji like this, and it's just every single answer is just weird shit. So I screenshotted it, of course, and sent this a group shot of my friends, and I was like oh my god, this weirdo. And they were like, oh, you should troll him. So I was like, okay. Yeah. So I messaged him and I was like, oh, so you like Black queens? And then he was like, yes, of course. And he had the Black, the dark skin hand emoji with the nails like this or something like that. Yeah. And I was like, oh, since you like Black queens so much, here's my Cash App. And then he called me an autistic welfare bimbo and started talking about how I need to get off my monkey ass and go to work instead of asking and begging people for money. And he called me a hoe and all of this stuff, and I was like, whoa. And then I screenshotted it, so I was sending it to my friends, and I was like, isn't this crazy? And then I opened up my Bumble again, and it says I've been reported for bullying and my account is banned.
My current boyfriend now, I actually met on a dating app, and after many trials and tribulations with lots of different crazy and ridiculous people making a whole lot of different crazy and ridiculous comments, his was really the first conversation that made me feel like he was still seeing me as an actual person, even if it was on an online dating app. And I think the best experience was we went on a date within just a few days of talking online, and talking in person is what really helped us solidify our connection.
And that same day, Malachi texted me and was like, hey, do you want to go to the movies? I know you're in town. I want to finally get together, whatever. And I was like, all right, well, here you go. Sure. So then we went, and then I was still like on friend vibes, but then he like bought me a ticket, and we ended up going to the movie theater, and there was no one in there. And so I was like, oh my gosh, what if he kills me? But he didn't. And so we had the whole movie theater to ourselves. So we like watched the movie. It was like we rented it out, and it was just like we talked, we got to know each other, and so that was cool. And then the next day he like hit me up and was like, yo, you want, like, what are we doing today? And I was like, ever. And then we just like went to the park, and he brought his dog, and we were just like walking around the park like a little family, and it was so cute. And at the end he was like, can I kiss you? And I was like, yes. And then and then after like we kissed, he was like, so when are you gonna be my girlfriend already? And I was like, oh, that's crazy. Yeah, but then we got together like a month and some after that, and yeah, we've been together for almost 6 months.
A year ago, I had went to like this bar with my friend, and I had braids and she had braids too. And we walk in, and we're like at the bar about to order a drink, and this white guy comes up to, he was like, I don't know if anyone's told y'all this. This is another thing. The twang, the like trying to have the slang in their voice, like the AAV, it's too much. We were both wearing braids, and we're at the bar. When this guy come up to us, he was like, I don't know if anybody's told y'all this, but y'all braids is on fleek. This was in 2022, by the way. This wasn't in 2016. This was in 2022.
Oh my God.
No way.
And my friend and I looked at each other like, are you for real?
Moral of the story? A few statistics aren't going to keep us from trying to find love, intimacy, or connection, no matter how hard the World Wide Web can try.